Ireland, my Ireland, oh, I'm coming home. Though I roam, sure my heart never left her. O'er the dark rolling sea, she is calling to me. Oh, I'm coming back home to Ireland.
Get me the fault 100,000 welcomes to Irish Paint Magic. Today we're going to go to the capital of Ireland, Dublin, to Merrion Square, and actually to the gardens there, and lots and lots of shrubs, etc., and most historic place as well. So let's go to the capital today. So come on up here to the old canvas so I show you what I've got done. I have a little surprise inside there anyway. You know me anyway from now. But what I have in here is a couple of the terraced houses, but the rest of it is just black gesso. And I want to just to take you through the gardens and whatever way you can put shrubs in and everything. It's not a big deal at all. So I've just got to ask you to stay with me for the next 26 minutes and we'll go to Merrion Square in Dublin, okay? So straight away I'm going to go into the liquid clear, or magic clear. I'm going to cover the whole lot. So now all I'm going to do is keep on with the liquid clear right across. It's nice to go around all these gardens and parks and things and have a look at the shrubs, because they're all laid out by professional people, and you know, you can learn, artists can learn a lot from these people. Now here you are, that's all now wet and slick and smooth, and you can move the paint around on it. So I'm going to go up here. There's very little sky in this painting. There's mostly trees and shrubs and things like that. And up now with the liquid white here. Okay, I'm just going to do that, look. And just to please Dave, he's the top man here, Kitty on the floor. I'm just going to darken the corners a little bit, just to keep him quiet. I'm just going to leave that. So don't be ringing me in and saying, why didn't you put clouds in it? Blame David. Or Dave, he likes to be known as. Now here, I thought I got rid of your man above. He's gone upstairs. The old director of the program. I can have another fella down here now, giving out to me. Right, I'm going to leave it maybe a small bit now to lighten that a little bit there. A small bit of white, but it's still the blue colour. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Little or nothing at all in it. Now I'm going to make up some dark, very dark colour, a dark green. And you know me, I'm going to pick up sap green and I'm going to pick up Van Dyke brown and mix both of them together, and I get a lovely dark green. Very dark. That's what we want, dark green. And then we can put any colours we want into it after, or on top of it, whatever. Right, that'll do me fine. Now, I'll work that into that colour there. And I'm going to cover all this. And here. Now all I'm doing is putting in the darker colour. So down here, more of the dark colour, plenty of it. Now, So that's all just olive green, but it's to the green side now, it's not to the brown side. So what I'm going to do now, I need this to be quite dense down here in the bottom. Now what I can do is do a little bit of tapping here. There's a lot of trees. And turning. Just to create the illusion, if you tap the brush and turn it, it creates the illusion that the leaves are hanging out, the branches are hanging out. Okay, and I'm going to go down now and diffuse all this down from the lighter stuff down into the darker stuff here. All there. Now, over this side, again, the trees are coming up there, and again they're drooping in that way, look, by just tapping. Just tap all that here, right down, and a little bit of darker colour in the bottom here. And then right, now I'm going to mix a little bit of yellow ochre, not much, bit of yellow ochre and white, and maybe a bit of sienna. And I want to create just little stems without going to any detail at all. Most of these will be just going to cut in now. Most of these will be covered up again anyway, so they won't be seen. But it speeds things up for me, and so there you are. If I want any shrubs or anything like that, and I can just put them in this way, the trunks of them or whatever. But the only thing you want to be very careful is you'll be inclined to overdo it. And don't have them all like telegraph poles or anything like that. Just hit them here and there, turn them here and there. And I'm going to go away now because you get carried away with that, carry on. So now I'm going to start mixing some colour now, and because I need to highlight all this stuff. But what I think I should do now is, before I go any further, I have some of the terrace marine square in there. I think I'll just take it off and I can push all that back then with the foliage. So if you just bear with me a moment, please. I'm going to pull this off, and I get some of that beautiful Georgian terrace there in the square. Not a whole lot of it because we're going to focus on the gardens here. So now I'm going to go in with that big brush again and then push that back. And that's why I was anxious to get it back now this time. There. That's why I was anxious to take that off. Now this will push the terrace back. And here. Now what I'm going to do before I go any further is coax the sky down a little bit, because I better wash that brush now. Otherwise we'll get into trouble. And the only trouble now I can get into is that the cameraman, Dave, top man here, cameraman, he insists that we'd only paint the blue sky. God knows we could do with it, because the weather ain't that great. And you know, psychologically it'll pick you up, okay? Now, there you are, that brings the sky down there, and I'm happy enough with that. Now, back again now to my brush here. And I'm picking up some of the darker green again now, and push the houses back. Go back now, please, Mr. House, and the terrace there. Thank you. Just let it break all along, let it break. People go in here and have their lunch at lunchtime and things like that, and it's fine. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make up a variety of colours here. First of all, I get some liquid white, and I'm going to pull that cad yellow out, the yellow ochre out, the cad green out, even the crimson, pulling them all out. When I say out, I'm pulling them out flat onto the palette. Okay, so I can pick up some colours on the 1-inch brush, and now I'm going to push into it. I'm pushing in there like that, and that roll of paint is actually on top of the brush there. So again now, I know now I must be a pain in the ass from telling you the same thing week after week. But think of the sun. I'm bringing the sun in from the right hand side from here, so that the sun, when it hits the trees or anything like that, will leave a dark side on the other side, okay? It will be the shadow. So the sun will come up here and hit the outside of the tree, and now it's going to go back into a shadow area down here. And mind the darks now. It is very important that you mind the darks. Down into the darks area and stop it then. Stop it. I'm going to go back for more paint now. And here again now, it will catch the outside of the branch there, look. There. And now it's going to go back into the dark side again. Right down there. Right down there. Now every time I am coming off, I'm wiping the old brush on a tissue there. I'm not going to a whole lot of trouble or anything with it. Now here, the other side here, down again, and down, and it comes on down again into the dark area now, because the light cannot penetrate the dark area there. I'm sure that around Dublin there must be urban foxes there, in and out running around there at night. I'd say they'd raid the bins at night. I don't know, somebody might ring into the station, let us know. I'd be anxious to know that. Now, we'll come to this side, up again, sun catching the outside of the tree. Now it goes back into the dark again, because it's in the shadow here. It cannot penetrate back into the shadow area. Now I'm going to, there's a copper beech over there at that side. And I'm going to pick him up there a little bit. Picking him up there and let him run on over there. A little bit there. And he comes down and down into the shadow area again now. The same thing will apply to him. Mr. Copper Beech, go down into the shadow please for me. And down and down and down into that for nothing. Right down, right down. Now, back again now to the other colours. I go more to the green side this time. And here, up over. And over there. And on down again. Down into the darkness below here. Ireland, down into the darkness. Layer after layer after layer of paints. They're all coming in layers, light and dark and light and dark. Same light, dark, light, dark. Same thing all the time. Don't forget it. So back to the yellow side. Over here. It must be lovely to come out on a nice sunny day, if we could find a sunny day, and have your lunch on the gardens there in Merrion Square. Loads of every kind of a shrub. Oscar Wilde, there's a lovely statue of Oscar Wilde in there, reclining statue of him. And if you go in, if you're ever passing, have a look. Give yourself 5-10 minutes and see, he's half lying down in there. Actually, his parents lived here. They lived in 2 different addresses as far as I know here. Now, watch the lights and the darks there now, please. And again now, let me see. Okay. Right here. Just all I'm doing now actually is tapping. I'm not going to any trouble whatsoever. Going to wash the old brush now because it is getting a little bit messy on me. And I just wanted to change colours. Now there's a lovely, lovely shrub over there in the base of that. So I'm going to pick it out. I'm going into the red. I'm going to push up there, look. I don't know what kind of a thing it is, but it's lovely. I'd never make a gardener because I wouldn't be able to think of all those lovely fancy names. And he has a friend actually over there as well now. I might as well put him in now as I'm here. The same colour on the brush. What I'm doing is I'm loading the brush pretty well and turning it upside down. So if I load it this way, I turn it upside down and I push upwards again, like there's the other shrub there, like. Gives it a nice blaze of colour. I suppose the caretaker now, if he sees this, he'll be giving out about me. That fella, what does he know about shrubs? I don't know anything about. Now, that road runs along there a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to wash my brush. Now, and I'm going to pull this along here because I need that to sit down there, look. Right, all along there. Now I'm going to cad yellow on its own. Going to pull it right across here because I need it to sit down onto the lawns. Right there. That'll make it sit down. Now the sun will catch part of that. So if I get a bit of white and add it to it, the sun will catch it there, look. But not everywhere. Leave it. Leave the light in the dark. Be careful of it. Now there's a big flower bed around here, so we'll get that into in a moment, okay? So back in now again to the cad yellow, all along there. But you'll notice even though I'm putting it on, I'm leaving lots of darks there on the lawn. Lots and lots of dark areas. And now as I come in closer, I'm letting it get more dark here alongside of me so that the painting will go back into the canvas for me. These are fine examples of Georgian houses, you know. Some of the finest in the country or in Europe, I'd imagine. And there's terraced all the way around. Three sides of the square is terraced. And on the other side then you have the gardens, and you have two museums, the gardens of Leinster House. You know, it's a lovely, lovely, lovely place. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put in a little bit of the dark colour again. Down here, there's a big kind of a floor bed down here, look. There, look. So I need the dark to show the light. Got to push up. I don't know what's inside in this floor bed, I have to tell you the truth. I have no idea. But I'm pushing up with the brush. Right up. I want it to be broken the top. Now I'm going to turn the brush slightly, here, slightly, so that it fits into the bed, and over this side, slightly, and down into the dark area there, look. Down in there. So it sits down. Come on now, sit down there, Mr. Flower Bed, for me. And don't be letting me down. Don't let the cock fella down now. There and there. Now, again now, I'm changing now to the 1-inch brush here. And I need to put some highlights on that. So we have all different colours here now. I'm going to go straight away into that red again. Plenty of paint on it. And there would be various colours now being picked up here. I'm going to turn the brush upside down, and I'm going to push up. And I don't know what kind of flowers are there, but there's another lot of them there now. Down into the dark area now. Down into the dark area here. Okay. Just wipe that brush. Now I'm going to go into the yellow one. Again, same principle, load it well, and okay, turn it upside down. Lots of colours here. Here we go, push up. Get all those lovely flowers that gardeners went to all the trouble to do. Gives you lovely texture down in, again, to the dark area. Be careful of it, be careful of it. And again, the side. Just going to pick up a little bit more colour on the brush there. There, that's more like it. Get all these little flowery things. And down again, down into the dark area. And now again, there's lots and lots of more red stuff over there. And I'm going to try and pick it up. There is a few blue flowers in it, and if I can pick it up, I will. So I'm going to push up again. Yes, there's a few little bluey fellas coming up there. I don't know what they are, but they're lovely. And we don't want to know. All we want to know is to look at them as nice as we can. And then, would you ever go away from that now like a good man? Would you? Would you ever go away from it? I find it difficult to get away, you know. For God's sake, will you go away from it? Right, I'm stopping. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to go back to my dirty brush here. And I'm going to pull it down flat into the bed. Sit down now into the bed there for me, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I also need the light to catch that there. So what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of white to it. Because the white, like up here, should come down, catch part of the light here, contrast it against the dark in there, light and dark, but it won't catch everywhere because the cloud, even though that Dave now, that cameraman here, has given out to me, even though he doesn't want me to have clouds up here today, of course he's a dub, he thinks the sun shines always in Dublin, the rest of us don't count. But anyway, it will only bust through the clouds, the sun, and hits here, and that would be in shadow, that would be in light, and I want to create that same thing there, look, by just adding a little bit of white there to mix in the colour. But then again, don't kill the darks. So the sun would actually catch that bit, but wouldn't catch all this. That's basically what I'm trying to say. As the fellow says, I know what you're saying, but you have a queer way of saying it. Okay. He'll be giving out to me about that now next. So I'm going to get the fan brush, and I'm also going to pick up some different colours here. I need to get some little highlights in some of this thing here, and we'll see where we go in from that. Some of these would want to sit down a little bit, right? Just all along there in parts, in along there. There's all little bits and pieces. I don't know what they are. Lovely, lovely little flowers and things like that. Sometimes you can turn the brush upside down with the handle and do that, look. Tap it down into the paint, and you can come and do that as well, look, and you'll get lovely flowers as well. So I'll do it there, look, to a couple of them, but I don't want to overdo. You get caught in a trap here now as well. So I just put a few little flowers with the handle of the brush by tapping into it, just like that. Just like that. Here I'm back again out to the comedian in Britain. Just like that. Now, here I go again. And now I'm going to finish up because the buzzer is buzzing in my ear. The technology here in this new studio is unreal. One time he was poking me by the legs with a stick. Now he's buzzing in my ear in this new modern studio. And I just got to coax the bottom of him down now a little bit and say, come on now, Mr. Shrub. Come on and sit down there for the cock fella. There you are now. There you are now. But the square itself, you know, was laid out. It was a private square at one stage, you know. And it was purchased by the Catholic Church then as a site for the Dublin Cathedral. But anyway, that didn't materialise. So Archbishop Dermot Ryan donated the square in 1974. He donated the square to the nation. And that's what he left. This is exactly what he left. A beautiful, beautiful donation to the state and to the people of Dublin. And of course, don't forget the rest of us around the country, 'tis ours as well. So he left it to the nation. So I think it's a lovely thing, and it will warm up a room because you've got all the colours. If that was framed up in a nice room, it would be warm, you'd never stop looking at it. But Oscar Wilde's parents lived in two of these houses, I don't know where. He's in a bit of sculpture here in the park. If you're passing by, go in and have a look. So, until we meet again, God amina mahagot shlan let. And God bless you all, my friends.
Ireland, my Ireland, oh, I'm coming home. Though I roam, sure my heart never left her. Or the dark